Here now with more insight, retired U.S. Army Major General William Enyart. Really looking forward to your take here. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Good morning, Kelly. It's good to be with you today.
Great to have you. So we know President Trump has faced criticism for the access Elon Musk has been granted thus far. And to be fair, Musk himself has a big financial stake in China as well. Tom outlined some of that. What do you make of Trump posting that China will not be mentioned or discussed at this meeting?
Well, frankly, I think that's at best disingenuous. Frankly, what I think is happening here, some folks who are very high level at the Pentagon are very concerned about this meeting, and they have leaked that material to the New York Times as well as to the Wall Street Journal. With that, they are attempting to move that meeting away from those topics. As your previous correspondent Tom pointed out, Musk has got some very serious conflicts of interest here. He's got a huge Tesla factory in China. The Chinese bank, sponsored really by the Chinese government, has lent him nearly $3 billion for that Tesla factory. And then, of course, you've got the Pentagon contracts with SpaceX and Starlink. So there are some really serious issues here as to whether or not Musk should be granted access to some of these highly classified materials.
And to your point, in 2018, the first Trump administration established China as its primary adversary, the DOD describing it as the only nation that can keep pace with the U.S. military in a fight, and it's reoriented its budget and forces to prepare accordingly. Is it possible that Elon Musk could be involved in these cuts at any level without directly or indirectly being involved in talks involving strategy with China? And if not, it sounds like you think no, this does then present a major conflict of interest. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, clearly, it's a major conflict of interest. And, China has been our primary rival and primary source of concern, not just back to the previous Trump administration, but dating back to the late 90s and the early 2000s. When I was in the Army War College getting my master's degree in strategic studies in 99 and 2000, that was a very real concern to ranking administration officials, and we were briefed on it and studied it. So it's been a decades-long issue for the United States. And when you are mixing someone who's got these huge financial interests in China with our Chinese strategic plans, highly classified documents, you're simply asking for trouble. And Elon Musk has proven to be a very unreliable holder of classified information. Many of our allies do not want him receiving any classified information and barred him from that. And in fact, prior to the current administration firing all of the inspectors general, he was under investigation for not detailing his meetings with foreign leaders and not complying with security requirements. So this is an ongoing issue that really needs to be reckoned with.
Well, let me play devil's advocate for just a moment, because there are many who are supporting the efforts of DOGE overall. Some of the cuts they're talking about at the DOD include software development program working on a project that's over time, over budget, consulting services, a $5 million grant to diversify the Navy, on and on, all pretty much in line with the initiatives of this administration. Could you make the argument that Elon Musk will go in there with blinders on and execute on these missions without thinking about his companies or his own financial interests?
Well, Kelly, I frankly find that question amazing. How is somebody going to ignore the fact that the only market in which Tesla is growing is China? How do you ignore the fact that you owe the Chinese government $3 billion? How do you ignore the sales of Starlink worldwide? I mean, that's simply beyond any possibility of belief. Elon Musk didn't get to be the world's richest man by ignoring those sorts of things. And I am quite sure that he'll be paying very close attention to his own financial interests, and perhaps less so to those of his adopted country, the United States. He has citizenship links to South Africa, to Canada, and to the U.S. So you've got, and frankly, Kelly, if he were private, Snuffy Smith, Elon Musk, he couldn't get a security clearance based on the conflicts of interest, based on his drug use, based on his disclosure of classified information on Twitter. This fellow is a loose cannon.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.